It was barely a year ago when Anthonia Carter, a student at Cornell in Ithaca, NY, got an idea to help Black, Indigenous and people of color-owned businesses back in her hometown of Birmingham. Carter is a Fulbright Scholar and doctoral student in the field of information science at Cornell. She's also the founder of EGK Starters, a company formed to get businesses thinking beyond the regional and short term, and connect them with the venture capital necessary to scale up operations. EGK is a phonetic nod to the Nigerian-Igbo word ijiko, meaning to connect. And while Carter's company does work to connect business founders and investors, it's also about challenging traditional ideas of business and investment. The idea grew a year ago out of the aftermath of the death of George Floyd, and the resulting large-scale demonstrations nationwide for the Black Lives Matter movement. It was an awakening period, Carter said. Carter took a circuitous route to her company, earning bachelor's and master's degrees from UAB in mathematics and fine arts. A Fulbright scholarship then brought her to Northumbria University in the United Kingdom, where she earned a master's degree in multidisciplinary innovation. So her background involves training in mathematics, art, design and research. And it was in the UK that Carter took her first steps toward helping business owners, resolving to take these talents back home. EGK allows Carter to marry two longtime interests, entrepreneurship and venture capital. VC is a sticky subject with Alabama companies, as the state historically has lacked the rich investment networks that exist in California, Texas and elsewhere necessary for thriving startup activity. But Black and Brown-owned businesses face further obstacles. According to a report this year, the share of U.S. venture capital going to Black-founded companies stood at a little more than 3% of the $147.6 billion of 2020's overall deal volume. Over the past 6 years, the percentage has remained around 5%, even though about 10% of U.S. companies are Black-owned, according to the Christian Science Monitor. The idea is that we have a scarcity of resources, Carter said. Not everyone who is deserving will receive the resources they need or the exposure they deserve. It's unfair, but it's just the reality. Solving this problem is really going to require us to think differently. How do we provide a spotlight to those who have been historically or currently marginalized, overlooked, underestimated or underinvested in? We have to provide more of an opportunity to be seen. Carter said she sees herself as a change agent for both business founders and investors, to not only narrow the distance to capital but also to make owners see their company's true potential for growth. Take one of her firm's 4 clients, Out of Office, a virtual assistant and graphic design business founded in Birmingham in 2019 by Tamika Hinton.